What's up, everybody? Let's see. Sound check. Sound check. Do we have sound? Yes, we do. We have sound. Welcome back, everybody. Let's say hi in the comment section. I've seen already a couple of you guys actually swang by. It's my live stream, my last live stream for 2020. We got Yo Phelps in the house. I've seen earlier Richie T. I've seen Alex from Germany and Yo Phelps. What's up, everybody? Hot Rod, of course, Hot Rod has to be here. And I am pleased to announce that two of the guys that actually were supposed to contact me based on the giveaway, they never got back to me. So, therefore, I will be giving away two things to the people who are always in my live streams, guys. So, I will be announcing them here. I'm hoping, wait. I think Yo Phelps was number 2 on the list for the power supply, my man. Since you're here, you need to send me an email, brother. I've seen you. Michael O'Connor, what's up, my man? And we have Jack of all trades right over here. And, of course, I have my beautiful wife also in the live stream. She's probably driving car right now and not even supposed to be on this. But, yeah, Yo Phelps, please send me an email. I'm going to put my email right in the bottom right here. Sorry, one finger punch right there. There's my email. Yo Phelps, you need to email me your address so I can have this sent to you by Eric's Game. Congratulations, my man. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And I still have this lifter amount for the Autel Evo 2 controller or 1 controller, whatever else it is. I tried to contact 3 people for it, and those 3 people just never got back to me. So who else is better to give it away to than you guys? I have seen what Mr. Joan Worship, Mr. Motovlogs now. You do Motovlogs now? Is that what it is? My wife is waiting at the Walmart parking lot. All right. Let's see how this. I get a notification from my own live stream. What is this? I appreciate all you guys coming by. I just wanted to talk story to you guys about 2020. How did droning go, and where is it probably going to be leading to? And at the same time, I also wanted to just simply, somewhere in between this live stream, we're going to just throw this bad boy out, which is sponsored by Poacher on the Loose in the 702. So maybe he's going to swing by later on, and hopefully we're going to see him. So Yo Phelps, don't forget, write me to my email. So how did 2020 actually go for droning in general? Well, 2020 has been a crap year for most of us based on that we're thinking about it. C-19 has happened. And a lot of things were expected within the year, and there was not much that came out. For an example, since I was a huge Parrot Anafi fan, I was hoping that these guys would throw out a drone for a new consumer drone, maybe like the Parrot Anafi 2 for the consumer. They didn't. They just simply didn't. All they did was sign up with the U.S. government, and that was probably based on all the issues and concerns that we have these days with DJI, which just hit the news in the last couple of days, where it is that they ended up on that entity list for the commerce, and therefore no American-made products can be exported to these guys to produce these drones. And most likely it's going to be hard for retailers to actually deal with these guys, to have transfers, anything going on that they're going to be able to sell DJI products. That is the latest talk. That's probably one of the reasons why the U.S. government went with Parrot Anafi to pair up to have a drone made for them, which had, it's like in the $7,000 range or $8,000 range, which is a multi-purpose drone that has multiple types of cameras, switchable, such as the 6K and I think, or 4K, 6K, something like that. And then they have the dual inside there, which is like the thermal kind of stuff. And they kind of left us in the dust. So in the beginning of the year, it just go sideways. Next on the list, we had Autel Evo 2 announced, which was supposed to launch sometime in February, which it never, because of COVID-19, because of all kinds of stuff happening, because of this whole COVID stuff. And therefore, they started delaying that. And everybody was waiting afterwards for Dji Mavic Air 3 or Mavic 3 in general, which never happened. 2020 was a total boss on that one. But DJI released the Mavic Air 2, which was by most people seen one of the best drone in its price class for $800 for what it can do. And it relieved its predecessor, the Mavic Air. And plenty of people are super happy, super stoked with it. And towards the end of the year, the big brother, Dji Mavic Mini 2, or it's actually just a Mini 2. It's not a Mavic anymore. It's just a Dji Mini 2, which came out as a 4K version of this. This is the only difference between these two. That's the reason why I didn't pick up the big brother, because I have a 4K drone and I live in Hawaii, guys. I'm not one of those huge channels that makes like $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month that I can buy every drone. So therefore, I ended up actually never purchasing the Mini 2, and I'm pretty happy with it because I actually got to fly it when I just went off island. I ran into another guy who was flying a drone, which happened to be the Mini 2. And it's just like the Mini 1. It's just the only difference is that it has a 4K camera. And then, of course, the OcuSync and all that stuff. But if you're a manual flyer like me, then pretty much you're just being stuck with flying that sucker around, and you have a 4K camera on it, which is pretty cool. But in my needs, no need, because I have an Autel Evo 2. So let's see. Richie TC says, yeah, nuts year. Yeah, the year has been really nuts, and it's kind of crazy how everything went because, yeah, how has it been for me? Well, I technically just started YouTube to be serious about YouTube, which made it possible for me to create this beautiful studio right over here, which is actually a small section of my workshop. And I'm capable of doing all these things just for you. Reason for that is because I actually got into droning of last year of November, where I purchased this bad boy. Was it last November or the year before? I forget already. I think it was last year November, where I first ended up with this guy after doing all this, the Walmart, Target kind of thing, $50, $60 here, and just totally wasting money with that. But then I wanted to have something better, so I came up with this Parrot Anafi, which had a 4K camera in there already, of course, with a way smaller sensor. And I was totally stoked about it. The one thing about it, though, was that I actually initially purchased this drone based on that I wanted to do, just like my buddy Drone Worship over here does motovlogs. I wanted to use it for my iCandy episodes to actually have aerial shots of everything. So when I started doing all that stuff, and I ended up feeling like that I'm not really doing justice to not being able to share my experiences with this drone, and I started doing reviews on this drone. And after having this drone for so long, I was like looking into picking up something more pro style, which is like professional way. with a bigger sensor, because I realized afterwards that sensor size is everything. Okay, sensor size wise, camera wise, full frame. We had all this APS-C stuff going on with camera, which is an APS-C right over here for my studio. And I ended up deciding to go with a Autel Evo 2 because it was a brand new thing. And I figured, okay, because it's brand new, I'm going to come up with this Autel Evo 2 Pro, and I'm going to wait because there was the 8K version at first. And I was like, no, I'm not like go with the 8K. I like go for the 1-inch sensor simply because there was the Mavic Air 2 Pro out that had a 1-inch sensor. And I really liked the footage of it. And I really liked how people were stoked about it. The bad part was I didn't like the flight restrictions. I read a lot about the geofencing. And since I live in Hawaii, my flight areas are restricted, that most of the nice areas have airports nearby, have certain other things nearby where people have to inquire certain type of permissions, and those permissions take a while, including DJI's Fly app is not going to let you take off on certain things even though you get the permission. So I figured if I have to wait for the permit anyways, or the permission to fly anyways, I'm going to go with something that it has no flight restrictions, which has served me very well, which is one of the reasons why I love this drone the most. Wherever this sucker like take off, wherever she like go, this one stays on the ground. She ain't going nowhere. Now, the DJI Fly app is just not letting me. And I ran across a lot of people in 2020 just simply because I totally reverted off of my iCanny episodes with the motovlog. I ended up doing drones, and I totally enjoy it. It's freaking awesome. Even though I got into the GPS quad game pretty late because there were established names out there already that are doing drones, and they all mainly rely on DJI, but there are super cool people like Dustin Donnell in Maui who does a lot of RC stuff, not only drones, but he does like submarines and cars and drones, and he does crazy things. I mean, but he's established, so that means his YouTube channel is like on the white. He can afford to have all the newest things because mainly the companies send it to him as well. So if you hear a little bit background noise right now, it's starting to rain. It has been raining over the last several days, and it's probably going to get super hard right now. And then hopefully the background noise is not going to be too bad. So Drone Worship says, let's pull this up. I hope you're working on your haka dance, bro, because when I come visit, we're doing the haka at the airport. Yeah, I'll be watching you doing the haka, I think. I think I'll be watching you. Walter Hall, what's up, my man? Aloha from LA. Aloha from Hawaii to LA. Did you get the low props noise? I'm still waiting for the second set. As I said it before in one of my things, I guess it has to do with this whole Christmas thing, shipping back and forth. I ended up getting the first set, and the second set is just not here. They shipped it somewhere else, and I have no idea why, but it's not here yet. But as soon as it does come in, I will launch a video, and I'm also waiting for it because in here in this box, which was sponsored by Original Dobo, the top half are the freewheel filters. The bottom half are sponsored to Carl Boudreau in Canada because he couldn't afford any filters. So I figured give him the CPL filters. And the bottom part of these are the Skyread filters. So once I get the Autel filters coming in, which are also 4/8/1632s, I will do a direct comparison with the same settings of all three filters, 3 times of the same view with Freewell, Skyread, Autel. Freewell, Skyread, Autel. Every single one of them, 4/8/16 and 32. There is a 64 also for this Skyread, so which still makes it my favorite bundle, which is $60 on Amazon right now. I think the link is in the description below. And a lot of people have purchased it, and actually I have made so much contact with so many people. It's crazy. Like there's so many people out there that like to fly drones and that actually appreciate what I do. And that's what actually keeps me going because of you guys. And yeah, pretty much I'm almost on the verge since I started this whole thing in June. I already started my channel with 1,300 subscribers. So therefore, I was past the 1,000 subscribers, but I needed the view time. So as soon as the Autel came in and I started doing the videos, it was kind of slow. And my expectations are still low because every single time I post a video, my only expectations I have is that within the first week, I want 100 views. Well, I surpassed that big time. So I'm actually way past that. So therefore, it actually, with the monetization, brought me up to the point where I can have these 1080p streams, which pays on its own by YouTube. So pretty much that. Plus, I got a couple donations through Buy Me Coffee stuff, and I got a couple donations through the other stuff, such as this live stream where you can buy super stickers. And all that money I have not used for anything else but to buy products for the Autel Evo 2, so that I just simply could make those videos for you guys. And it has been great. YouTube itself, this whole channel itself, pays for what you see. And that's, I think, is the coolest part, except for if I have to do like bigger purchases. And 2021 is going to come up. A lot of people are awaiting the Mavic Air 3, and a lot of people waiting for other stuff. But since this ban with that commerce thing and the export ban on the DJI stuff, it's going to be an interesting fact to see what happens after January of 2021. And maybe it's going to be a nut biter too. So we will see if DJI even is going to be willing to sell anything, or if they're even willing to release anything, or maybe they're even releasing it everywhere else and say, hey, screw the United States, we're not going to release it there. I mean, God knows, right? God knows. Nobody knows, really. Richie said, well, kind of Manini, the mini series, not so good in our wins. Yes, I have to say the same thing. When I had this bad boy by the coastline, and the winds are usually around the Big Island, are usually around 20 to 35 miles per hour. While my Autel is not budging at all, that thing is not going anywhere. This one is like everywhere, and sometimes you leave it here and it just wears off and it goes like sideways like this, it's going somewhere else. So I didn't actually have that with the Paradigm Afi. The Paradigm Afi is still a little bit heavier on that side than the Dji Mavic Mini, because this is just a sub 250 grams, while the Paradigm Afi, for some reason, the way it was manufactured and the way it just lays in the air, it was way more stable on our coastal lines. So I really like that. It's no comparison to this freaking boss right here, because this thing, I had it up to 60 miles per hour gusts and 65 miles per hour gusts up in the air, and she wasn't going anywhere. I mean, yeah, you can see her move, but on the image itself, by recording, nothing. There was nothing there. Carlos Espinoza, I wonder what he thinks about the Autel Robotics Dragonfish. The Dragonfish is an amazing piece of tech that I've seen. I pointed it out the other time when I just stumbled over it in the other live stream while I was going through the net, and I seen the Dragonfish. That thing is huge. It's a huge thing, and I mean, look at the flight time. You get like an hour flight time in that thing. I mean, it's probably $40,000, but it's damn. I tell you, man, it's it's crazy. I wouldn't mind trying it out. Owning it, probably, I have no use for it. It's for agriculture and stuff. It's for looking over things, and it's for like surveillance and shit. I mean, there's so many shenanigans that you can do with those drones. But one big one like that, it's way out of my league. I think I'm just not that type for it. You know, what I would rather see is like something like that. Autel brings out something like the DJI Inspire. You know, something with exchangeable cameras, with bodies and lenses that you can change out, like the X5, X7 and stuff. I would like to see something like that, because they haven't put out anything optical zoom. They have put out digital zoom, but not optical zoom. And something with a bigger sensor and stuff, you would get some amazing footage. And I mean, Autel, hey, for the company size as they are pretty damn good. I can tell you that. You know, I mean, for that. Jack of all trades, man, what are you doing? Thank you very much. I got a $5 donation. That's amazing to hear, bud. You have made a huge impact in the drone community. Hopes for bigger, better things for you in 2021. Yes, I hope that too, and I really appreciate the $5, but it's not necessary. I mean, I appreciate it, and it definitely is going to go straight for it. Also, through the affiliate programs, I was able to make a little bit money on the side. I became an affiliate of Autel, which is a program that is not apparently open to everybody, and they really liked my work, even though I had some negative things to say about it, but they didn't really care. And anytime I call Autel customer service, even though I see on the forums that people say, oh, Autel sucks and customer service sucks, I've had no such experience. I mean, it's not like I call all the time from my cell phone where call IDs in there. You know, there are certain things that are just not like that. Oh my God. Can somebody please take care of the dog? The dog is going after my pig right now, and it's going to get loud, and it's really annoying right now because I'm supposed to have my live stream, but that's what live streams are all about. And we have Arizona Drone Dude. What's up, my man? Hot Rod in Daytona said, I almost bought another Evo 2 Pro. I wish I could say the same, but I don't have the funds for that. It's just there's so many good things about that Autel, and like I said, customer service has never really let me down. So therefore, I'm really pleased with what they do. So I became a affiliate for the Autel Evo, or for the Autel products in general. So all my links in the description below. Always give me percentages if you purchase anything, from propellers to gimbal covers to whatever. And it helps because I have actually seen through the analytics on how many referrals I do. And apparently, a lot of people who purchase it and stumble over my channel are becoming more and more into this Autel stuff. And I mean, we'll see. We have also still to deal with the FAA's decision on the remote ID thing, which is a two-edged sword. On one end, it's really good because you kind of avoid having certain limitations, such as that you got to get permitted and stuff first because you're going to inquire it quicker, as far as I understood it. But on the other hand, also, it's because if you want to fly somewhere where you're actually not supposed to be flying and you still want to fly it, while a drone like that makes it possible for you, you can end up in a lot of trouble, you know? So then, of course, we had the whole thing going on with a drone user being, or a YouTuber being fined $182,000 on the FAA, which apparently he was told multiple times prior in letters and he ignored it. And they found, based on his YouTube channel, they found certain things such as telemetry, and a couple times he was in the picture as well. I still find it sad that they went that far of an extent to bang him with $182,000, because looking at the guy, it doesn't appear to be that he's somebody like Bill Gates or anybody that, I mean, that stuff can ruin your life. On the other hand, I understand, because the FAA has rules put in place, and like I say, the community is divided on that. Some guys say, oh, it's good that they nailed him. A couple other guys say, oh, it's your own fault. And majority said, oh, that's scrub. You know what I mean? That's like stupid that you got to get a 107 if you have YouTube channel and it's monetized, because technically you didn't intend to make money off of it with the drone. But if you have a drone channel and you make money, get your 107. You know what I mean? It's not really that hard. So, but I hope he gets somehow over it, and I hope that it gets resolved the right way, because in my eyes, nobody deserves to get $182,000 if he tries to entertain other people. And it's not like that he's been like Hernandez, who crashed his drone into a freaking helicopter of the LAPD. You know what I mean? And that I could see $180,000, no doubt. But for somebody who does YouTube videos and flies around and flies in certain areas that they said it's not allowed to fly, I think it's kind of like a glass house thing, like Big Brother's always watching. So, which is one of the reasons why DJI is being nailed. Is the same like they did with Huawei or whatever, the guys who make cell phones. It's the same thing. Chinese company who does certain things, and because they're so cozy with the Chinese government, because they're so close. I mean, people are uploading that stuff on YouTube anyways, guys. So what's the problem with DJI is freaking giving out personal information from there? You know, I mean, that's, you get it with TikTok, you get it with WeChat, you get it with all kinds of stuff that happens. And majority-wise, when you look at all these drones right here, all these plastic suckers that fly in the air and take imagery, you look at it, they're all put together in China and sent over here, I think. You know, I don't think there's anything other than that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, we'll see where it leads to. We'll see what is going to happen. Let's see what Richie T says. Oh, yeah, this channel will blow up. I feel it. Glad I'm here growing with it. Let me say it that way. I'm old enough to know that even if it grows bigger, I'm still not going to forget where I'm from. You know what I mean? Like, I still have a full-time job. I juggle around family. I juggle around my kids, my job. I have a lot of 16-hour shifts. And mainly, for now, I only have the weekends to work on that stuff. And then I take advantage of whenever I finish work that I can fly my drone, that I can do certain things. I order stuff online, and then I bring it over here, and then I do the reviews on the weekends, and I try to bang out the videos by Sunday night. So YouTube is still not going to, even if I make substantially more down the road, I'll probably just put it back into products like this just to share it with the people, because it is so hard to earn money these days, especially with this COVID stuff and with this all these unemployment things, all that stuff that is going on. People need to know it's good to spend money on certain things, and they just need to know when it's just total scrub stuff. And it's one of the things that I've learned while being on YouTube itself, while growing throughout 2020, that I actually fell for it, because I watched a lot of guys bringing out this camera, this Insta 360 1R, and they were all raving about it. And as soon as I got it, with the first usage, I got those foggy lenses of death, and I was like, "What? What? Why is that?" I mean, I have a lot of humidity here in Hawaii, but why is it that when I drive around on a super sunny day, that my lenses are fogging up? And I was getting mad, and I was like, certain things, and that's when I realized that the big channels are all giving these cameras for free, while people like me and you, we all have to pay for it, like $400, $300, and $300 to $400 every single time is a big chunk. Like this one was a purchase of $408 at the Costco bundle. Yeah, you get some cool stuff with it, but it's $400, guys. That's like 2.5 days of work for me, you know, and that's a lot of money that people throw out there just based on following huge channels. And I kind of didn't like that, so that's why I stayed with what I was doing, and I just denied certain reviews based on that. They said, "Oh, it's got to be biased, or it's got to be this, or you can't say this." And so, why are you asking me to review anything if I can't say it? So, therefore, I decided not to do the reviews. Yeah, I'm gonna grow exponentially smaller or slower, but within the 6 months that I've been doing this Autel stuff, I may technically see now we're at 2,300 something. I made 1,000 subscribers within those 6 months. And that's what droning in 2020 has given me. And it's so great. Droning in 2020 has given me a lot of friends, you guys. I consider you guys as friends, acquaintances, or people who actually email me, because I get a lot of private emails because I'm not afraid of sharing my email. And a lot of people just simply ask me simple questions about what can I do with this drone. And if I don't know the answer, I'm not afraid of telling them either. I don't know. You should contact Autel or check out this forum or check out this Facebook group. Of course, if you're not on social media, then you're going to be a little bit more limited on that. But you can always feel free to ask me if there's any concern based on these 3 drones and you want to email me. Hey, feel free to do so. I'm going to email you as quick as I can, and I'm going to answer you as quick as I can. And I definitely going to try always be honest about the stuff on how far I know it. Am I prone to probably give you sometimes wrong information? That might happen. I might give you an information where I think it's the right thing to do, but it might be not. And I'm sorry if I did, but that's just simply to the best of my knowledge. That's pretty much what I can say about 2020 drawing for me. The best part is that I met so many people. I have never known how many people are actually out there that are doing droning. And even on the Big Island on Hawaii, which I have never seen anybody fly a drone prior, except for those fixed wings ones or the plastic ones or the styrofoam ones that had a small motor and had a small remote. I've seen those around, but I have never really known that there are actually 8 people on this island who purchased this bird and that are now in contact with me because of my videos. So it's a connection that I made. Then plus when I flew over to the other island the other day in the beginning of the week, I had to go over there for work. And I got a couple emails from people asking me, "Hey, when are you coming over?" And I told them, "I'm sorry, I can't meet up with you because we have this whole quarantine thing and all that stuff." But it's a connection that I made, and it's something that is great. And there's a lot of people from Hawaii that live in the mainland, such as Vegas and LA, and they all contacted me. They all like, "Hey, I totally love it." Flight Path is one of them. Aldrin is one of the greatest channels that I think there is because he's very honest about his thing. And he gets a lot of stuff from the manufacturer, but all his stuff is very honest about how to use it, what it's for. And if you send him a personal message sometimes, and he answered me right away, and he'll say, "Bro, you don't need to buy that because just make use of what you have." He's really down to earth, which showed me that some of those big channels are still really good, but he has the newest of the newest stuff all the time. So I revert back to him just to learn about the item. And if I decide to pick it up, I'll pick it up if I can. So let's see. I'm falling behind in the chat over here. Walter says, Autel always answers phone every time I call. The customer service is good. Yes, I'm totally with you on that one. Richie T, if I could afford an Autel, I definitely purchase. Hey, you would not make anything wrong with it. I'll tell you that. It's really good. I was always wondering when I would watch his videos and wondered. Hot Rod says, Adorama had the Pro on sale for $1,295. Yes, I've seen that too. That was crazy. Adorama, on the other hand, the problem is with the shipping to Hawaii. Sometimes certain items they don't ship, and I believe the drone is one of them at this point. For some reason, all the retailers in the United States think that Hawaii is not part of the United States. or Guam or Puerto Rico. You know, it's like it's weird. They just say we don't ship there. I'm like, dude, if I send a flat rate package, it's the same price as in the United States. It's going to be $45 for this or $75 for that. It's really weird, you know. Jack out of trade, yeah, I've had a lot of issues with my Insta360. Yeah, me too. Since I've seen the X2 as well, I actually was prone to think about selling this bad boy and picking up the X2, but I don't want to sell it to anybody who might pick it up and be just as dissatisfied with it as I was. So I might just have to wait until I can afford the X2. You know what I mean? So I'll probably just use it for whatever crap I'm going to be using it for. And I hope that this rain is not too much background noise for you guys. And I just talked to him about it. Here he is. Oh, I shouldn't have put that one out. Flightbet, don't trust these YouTubers. I just turned in and heard my name. Laugh out loud. Yes. I need your address so I can send you the GPC Evo mount. The GPC Evo mount? Oh, wow. Thank you. Yes, I will send you my address. I still have your email. Skydio 2 X2. Yes. Is the Skydio X2 really worth that money though for this year? Well, I just had somebody with 200,000 subscribers on my channel just emailing me. I mean, sending me something. I feel kind of blushed right now. Anyways, if you guys haven't done so already, Flight Pat, check out his channel. He's amazing. He's a great guy. And man, like I said, 2020, it's starting to rain really hard right now. And I hope it's not too loud. If it's too loud, let me know if you guys can barely hear me. But 2020 has done me very well for the droning part. I have grown into a community where I've seen some drama. Some people don't like each other. I understand that. But I'm from Hawaii. We show our Lord's spirit to anybody. So we're always good with it. Glenn Edwards says, do you think we will still be able to buy DJI products in stores like Best Buy in the future? It will be questionable because they will have certain things in stock, such as the DJI Mini 2 and certain things like the DJI Mini and the Mavic Air 2, all those things that were priorly shipped out to the United States already. It will be harder for future products, I think, such as Mavic 3, Mavic Air 3, DJI Mavic 3, Jesus Christ, DJI Mavic 3, that highly anticipated drone. They had a release date at first scheduled for the first quarter of 2021, and now all of a sudden it's already the second quarter of 2021 because in June or July, the FAA wanted to put out the final announcement based on remote ID. So it will be harder, and I think DJI products might be going up in price, and so is parts. Because of that embargo thing, that whole freaking entity list thing that they put on out there, it will be harder for DJI to have certain things that I think they need as a vital production of those products, that they will not be able to put that out. The other question that was asked based on that is because of the import of those products, such as DJI drones, if retailers will be able to actually purchase it for their warehouses. So it will be hard, but I can't give you a definite answer. But as far as to my understanding, prices will be going up for older products such as DJI Mini and Mini 2s and also Mavic Air 2s. All those things that you were able to purchase prior will be going up in price. And that's a sad part because we just were happy that we had people like Autel come up with things, Skydio come up with a good drone, DJI come up with a good drone. So you started getting a trend of competition. And with competition, it's always good to have competition because then they, first of all, develop faster because they want to be better than the other guy. Second of all, you had the good part about it because price range. They started dropping certain prices. Nobody really could compete with DJI though. Excuse me. Because DJI has a huge followership and huge monopoly on the market. Plus, they're big in like corporate wise. They're huge. They have factories. They have all these things. But Autel, it relies on factories, I believe, in China, and they rely on certain products, and they rely on somebody else putting it together for them, and then they just do their own marketing things. So they're way smaller, but I think they did a tremendous job as well. While Parrot is a French company, but also probably has produced in China, and therefore, but not the vital parts that were important to the U.S. government, and that's one of the things that has to do with it, where it says "made in the United States," because we all know these days it's not really made in the United States. It might be made in China, but assembled in the United States. The biggest issue is, I believe, it has to do with computer chips, vital parts, electronic parts, anything that has to do with data collection that can be vital to spy information of the Chinese government. For me personally, I don't really care, because if you want to take pictures of my property, go for it. I'll send them to you, as long as you make the drone available for me. But I don't know. I mean, we look at it that way. I think the FAA has announced that in 2020 alone, 7 million drones were sold to consumers nationwide in the United States. That's a lot of drones. That's a lot of airspace. And I think they, presuming that only 25% of those 7 million people actually registered their drone. So if you haven't done your registration, guys, get your registration. It costs you $5 for 3 years. So $5, 3 years registration. Put the number on your bird, and then put a sticker in the bottom of the bird. If you find me, please call my owner. It's not that hard, guys, and you're making it easier for everybody else. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is, man. Jack Trade says Gesundheit, which is the German version of bless you. So, yeah, I mean, what has 2020 done for you guys for droning? I mean, there's a lot of things out there that it's always questionable. You're always going to have that one guy. You're always going to have the Hernandez who flies into a police chopper. You're always going to have certain people who are going to bicker about, oh, I don't want this restriction. You have to go with what the government tells you. If the government tells you have to register, go register. If the government tells you have to get a license, go get a license. It's not that hard as long as you put your mind to it and you follow through with it. And it's going to be easier, because once you have it, you don't have to grumble about it. Why waste the time grumbling against it if you can do a difference and just do what they ask you to do? Certain things for restriction wise, yeah, I understand if people want to fight it and want to put petition against it. It's always good to always question what the government throws at you. But in this kind of thing, I think it's different. I have my best friend right here. Thanks for keeping it fun and honest. Always, my man. You know me. I don't make up stuff. I go with the flow. I go with whatever. I have nothing prepared for this live stream simply because I wanted to make the most natural live stream. I don't have no bulletin hanging anywhere. I don't have no bullet points anywhere posted. And good that you said it. The people who are here right now, who wants a lift mount for your Autel controller? If you want one, type 1 inside the comments right now, and I'll choose a winner from there. And you have to promise me to send me an email to my email. Answer me with your address. So we have this lift mount right over here, sponsored by Pocho on the Loose. It's a really good mount, and I showed it off in one of my videos that had to do with lift versus Skyfire, whatever. Just put it in there. You put a number 1 inside there. We have Jeff Fizzle right there. We have Copy Jim right there. Jack of all trades. We have 3 guys already that went in it. So you have a chance, 1 out of 3 right now, to win this lift mount right here. And make sure you email me. We have Mike O'Connell. One. So definitely stick with it and make sure that you send me an email as soon as I write you on this. I cannot write on this website, so we have to do it now. There are 4 people right now. I'll just wait another 6 minutes. Whoever else puts one, and then I'm gonna grab a dice if I can, if I have to, or one of those random generator numbers. Is there a random generator number somewhere? Because then we just want to look. Right now we have 4 people who are willing to get this. So we'll see if there's a random generator. Random generator number. Let's look it up. My internet sucks in here. Let's look it up. Random number generator. Generator wheel. There's even a wheel. Number picker wheel. Pick random number by spinning. Oh, look. Perfect. Spin. Oh, look at this. It works. Can you guys see this? Yeah, it's actually spinning right now. So we'll wait another 6 minutes, and then we'll see for the number that is being selected. I wish I could put different ones, and then we'll just spin this wheel. And one of those, based on 1, 2, 3, 4, So Jack of all trades, you will be number 1. Coffee Jim number 2. Jafizzle number 3. Michael Connor will be number 4. So we have 4 numbers right now. Copy Jim just says every time he runs this random generator number right now, it comes up with 81. Yeah, well, we don't have 81 right now. So Walter Hall would be number 5. So remember this now. This is a live stream. I cannot remember it all for you guys, okay? So we're gonna do this. So we have 5 more minutes or 4 more minutes. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. It's the last stream of 2020. Let's do this. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Once this cigarette is done, Walter Hall, you're gonna be number 5, okay? So Michael Connor is number 4, Jeff Fizzle is number 3, Copy Jim is number 2, and Jack of all trades is number 1. So if it stays with just 5 people, since there are 10 numbers on this wheel, if we do the double of it, well, the double of it wouldn't work. So we'll be recounting it. Okay, we'll figure it out. Live stream. Anyways, what else has 2020 done for you guys? Is there anything in general you guys would like to write in the chat that was something special for you in 2020? I would like to hear about it. And if anything, if you watch this stream after it's conducted, maybe you just want to leave the comment in the section below. I just had a brain fart. Just leave me a comment in the section below and tell me about it. What was your best experience in 2020 that you would like to share with me? My best experiences was already that I met so many cool people. My channel grew by 1,000 subscribers. I made friends worldwide through the internet. I have random people just asking me stuff. I had amazing guests on my live stream. People I would never thought. I had people like Ed Ricker. I had Dad Random. Estacio from freaking Flight Path, a 200,000 subscriber freaking channel that joined me. I had the CEO and producer of Skyfire Aerial, Johnny Truesdell, on my live stream. I had some amazing guests. I had people that I would never thought would even be willing to talk to me for a tiny channel as I am, just because I asked. You know, my mom always used to tell me, if you don't ask, you ain't gonna get no answer, boy. So, and that's what I did. I just asked them and asked them, hey, I know you're busy and stuff. Would it be cool if you could come by? And it's just, you know, I really like it. 2020 has been good to me in a certain way based on that I still retain my job because I'm an essential worker. Yeah, it's a jail. It's 24/7, so I don't think they can send us home. Or at least not for now, unless they send all the emails home. I retained my job. I actually got to work more because of this whole COVID stuff. Yeah, a lot of things have changed. You got to wear masks. You got to do all these things. And Jack just wrote something. Should have had a trip to the Philippines in April, bought tickets and booked hotels, and then the world shut down. Not the best thing that happened, but sums up my 2020. It's pretty much it. Everybody got a kick in the nuts this year. I mean, it's crazy. Like, everybody got somehow jammed. And Copy Jim says, Estasi doesn't count. He's always just so nice. Great guy in general. Yeah, he is. I mean, Alden is one of the coolest guy and down-to-earth people that I've met, and I never even know that he has relations to Hawaii. So that is one of the coolest parts too. And I really enjoy his channel in general because when I watch his stuff, it's honest too because he just uses the product and he's very, very detailed and he has high quality products. This rain is crazy. This is what I've been dealing with over the last couple of days. So I was hoping that it gets better. I hope that rain is not too much in you guys' microphone. Alex just said his best experience of 2020 was to get a new job, his new job. Congratulations, my man. New jobs in general, it is hard. If you don't have one and you're looking for a job, it's super hard to find a job right now. So, all 4 minutes up. Let's choose a winner for this lip tour. Do you guys remember you guys' numbers? So here we have the wheel. I'm going to press this button right now. And it's going to start spinning. It's spinning right about now. Let's hope it's a number from 1 to 5. Or I can spin it again. And we have number, you just can see it, right? Of course, it's number 10. Shows up as number 10 right now. I have to redo it. It has to be a 1 through 5. So we have number 1. Who's number 1? I forget already. See, number 1. Number 1 was Jack of all trades. Congratulations, my man. You won the lifter amount right over here. Right here. Lifter will be going to you, Jack of all trades. Please send me an email. I'm going to retype my email real quick. 808live.com. And that is my email right here. Guys, this will be going through Jack of all trades. I know he will make good use of it. And that is for your Autel Evo 1 or 2 mount, controller. Congratulations. And then we also have Will Phelps, who won the power supply, 650. That's what happens when winners don't call me up. I try to contact everybody. I try to do whatever, and they just never contacted me. That was the bad part. So we have so much humidity right now. My cigarette don't even like stay on. How's that? Anyways, the other thing that I've seen so far in my chats, in my live streams, is that it grew exponentially. I had at first, I think 2 to 3 people who constantly watched me, and then I had people like Hot Rod and Jack and Poppy Jim and Walter Hall and all these great people like you. Everybody just joined me in, and I have an average of 20 people in the live stream. I was like, there's actually people who want to watch me. And I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you guys, and I want to tell you guys that with this growth of this YouTube channel, it humbles me every single time that I see that I'm actually able to relay messages and experiences to you guys that helps you. And I like to help people. It's one of the reasons why in November I decided for the Thanksgiving part to give away my YouTube proceeds, what I made, which was like $75. Mike O'Connor joined in on my donate a coffee to me, and he sent me money to make up for a remainder of $100, which was $25 that he donated to Timothy Miller, to just send it out to him to buy his son a great Christmas gift. Besides that, whenever I get offered products, I will always ask them to give me an extra product, so I will be able to send it out to you, one of you guys, as a winning. I will never choose a winner twice. So if somebody won something in the past, I have a list of those people who won something in the past, and I will make sure that these people cannot win the second time unless there are certain restrictions or requirements, such as whatever, like a competition for videos and all that stuff that people have to turn in, or videos from drones. And my jury of judging will always be my family. So, and maybe someday down the road, maybe even some YouTubers. Who knows? Maybe I grow that big that I actually have YouTubers who want to stick with me around in the live chat and want to be a judge and jury for certain projects when we have some great giveaways. I asked Autel back then if they would be willing to send me a drone to give away to you guys, but they unfortunately said no. So they said I'm not big enough. And I told them I'm big. Anyways, we are almost at the 1 hour. I keep it short this time. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I enjoyed myself, and it is the last live stream for 2020. And I'm happy that you guys all came. I'm happy that I hopefully get rid of this. Don't forget, write me an email. Write me on my email, the email that I gave you. We have Will Phelps, and we have I forget already the first winner. See, Jack of all trades, who won the lifter amount. Please send me an email with your address so I can send this stuff out to you. Glenn Edwards his Sky-Fi Arrow is somewhere in California right now. I just checked the tracking number the other day. And then I still got to take care of Carl Boudreau's filters, because that thing has been in the freaking mail since the last 4 weeks. But his stuff goes to Canada, so I don't know how that works. And we'll see about that. But I would like to wish all of you guys happy holidays, Merry Christmas, be safe coming into 2021. Don't drink and drive. Now, if you want to drink somewhere on party, if you guys can go to one party where you at, don't drink and drive, guys. It's not worth it. Find a DD or drink at home or whatever. Don't blow yourself up with fireworks either. and don't do something stupid shooting drones out of the sky with fireworks. I've seen that too. Other than that, I would say, hey, enjoy you guys' time. The leftover that is there from 2020. I know it hasn't been the greatest year for everybody. It has been an amazing year for me based on this whole YouTube stuff. And I will be seeing you live on January 2nd, 2021. And until then, don't forget, COVID-19 is still out there to get you. Be a nice human. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Love you all. Aloha. Where's my mouse? Can I find my mouse? I'm gonna end this too. Where's my mouse? Hello? I think my mouse died. Oh, I gotta turn it on. Alrighty. Merry Christmas, everybody. Aloha.